Hello, good people of YouTube. Mountbatten here, and today I want to talk about the British heavy cruiser event going on right now and just share my thoughts with you guys about it. So, Wargaming started doing these preview events. I believe the first one was with the French battleships. The way that one worked is you grind directives, or you could buy containers, which could randomly give you access to the upcoming ships. They would give you a mission which would earn, like, I don't know, some very silly amount of base XP, like 1,500 for no, it was like 16,000 for like the tier 8, and like 10,000 for the tier 6 or something like that. It was some type of, not really hard to get amount of base XP, and then you would have access to the ship. So this actually changed with the Royal Navy heavy cruisers, to where now if you go into the armory and go to the British Navy event, you have choices between a Imperial, I don't know what you call this, line, or no, it's not a collection, random bundles, that's what it's called, to a Royal random bundle line, or a Imperial random bundle line. And this is where you exchange currency or resources for a random bundle that can give you a random assortment of things. Now, what is good about this is that you can at least see what's in the bundle you're about to purchase. For example, in the Imperial bundle, if you wanted to look at it, and it should be coming up on screen right here for you guys in a second, you can see that I have spent quite a bit trying to get access to these ships to review for you guys. So down here you can see each one only costs 1,000 doubloons, which isn't really that bad. It's roughly $4-ish. And some of the stuff you can get out of these containers, out of these random bundles, is honestly kind of worth the money. There's some packages that give you premium time. I do believe I got 14 days of premium time along with a bunch of free XP. And coal, I believe I think it's, at the time of me recording this, I've gotten like 3 or 4 of the coal bundles, and that's 5,000 coal per bundle. So that's roughly in the neighborhood of 15,000 to 20,000 coal, which, hey, that's great. I can exchange that for a premium ship later, so that's kind of worth the money. And of course, there's certain camouflages and signal flags that you can get, and it's not really that big of a deal. There's 65 of these bundles, though, and if you really want to get those other heavy cruisers, you're gonna have to more than likely get most of them. I'm willing to bet they have it set up to where it's going to obviously be dropping the tier 8 and tier 7 a bit later. Well, I say that, but if we pop on over to the Royal line, I actually have the tier 7 right here waiting for me. I just need 10 more British tokens in order to get it, and I'll have that within the next day or two, between either just playing the game and completing the directives, or just the daily drops. So that's pretty cool. But it is, again, it seems like Wargaming is, of course, trying to get you to spend money, which, I mean, of course, it's a free-to-play game. There's going to be those options there anyway. So, overall, it's a pretty good event. It's, way better than the Puerto Rico event, because there's a free way and a paid way to get the ships, and the directives are, of course, much chiller than the Puerto Rico objectives. Some of them now cost 50,000 damage, 500,000 damage to ships, and it doesn't say. Yeah, ships 2 or 5 or higher, so you can use a tier 10 battleship, knock that out in a couple of games, or a tier 10 cruiser, whatever. And again, earn 950,000 credits, not that hard. 60,000 XP, doesn't say base XP, not that hard to get. 10 torpedo hit ribbons. So yeah, these are pretty easy directives to grind, so much better there. They better not have try to crank these directives to a bunch of stupid levels like with the Puerto Rico event, which thank God they did. I think they would literally be committing suicide at that point. But anyway, also the ships do come with a free permanent camouflage, unlike the past events where they didn't come with a permanent camouflage. They come with a very unique white and gold permanent camouflage, which I think looked actually pretty nice, and it's the same as the paid permanent camouflage where you get the same reduction, the same boost to the ship. So overall, good deal there. That's a bigger plus than from the prior events, because even though you had the tier 7 to tier 8, if you wanted to get the permanent camouflage, it didn't come with it. And of course, these are the fully upgraded ships, so you will have all the upgraded modules with them. So again, that's pretty cool too. So overall, good event, much better than the last event that kind of imploded in on the community. And it does seem like they are, of course, trying to get you to spend a bit more money than you probably need to in this event, because at the end of the day, all these ships are going to be Techline ships. I mean, I could understand wanting early access to them, because, who wouldn't want early access to new content? But, you don't really need to spend... I would say if you wanted to go up the paid line, buy $20 of doubloons, and heck, you'll probably get your money back in time with the resources that you get, especially if you get something like the coal or the free XP or the premium time thing. Because again, I got 14 days of premium time like back to back in a row, and that's let's see, how much is that even? 14 days of premium time. 1200. Yeah, so right there, that's about 2,000, yeah, about 2,500 doubloons worth. So that's about $8 worth. So $4 for a little. Actually, it's a little under $4 for 1,000 doubloons. So yeah, see, that's double your money back right there. And of course, premium time, you can use that to grind, whatever you need to be grinding at the moment. So it's a pretty cool deal right there. Now the ships themselves, the ones that I've tried, and the game you're watching right now is actually quite interesting. I should have mentioned this earlier. My first game in the Devonshire, and I of course got up to tier 8, and it was the first time you're playing a new ship and you get up to it that hard. Boy, does that suck. So needless to say, it's not a fantastic game for me, but it is a rather quite interesting one, because the enemy team, I'm not sure where you're at now in watching it, the enemy team didn't seem to understand that it needed to sink ships in order to win. And I think in the last 5 or 6 minutes, the enemy carriers and their King George V finally understood that we need to kill some stuff, and they wipe out half of our team just like that. So yeah, interesting game that on screen right now. Again, I didn't do that great at it. First game in a new ship, and plus I'm double up tiered, and plus I don't play a lot of cruisers, but the ones that I do play are heavy cruisers, so I do okay for first game and being up tiered. But anyway, the ship so far, the Devonshire, I've played it a bit. I do actually like it. It seems a bit squishy, but again, for a battleship main, any cruiser that isn't a Stalingrad seems quite squishy. I will be giving you guys a proper first and second impressions of the tier 7 and the tier 8 cruisers when they do come out, and I think I may just throw all the lower tier ones into one video, just sharing my thoughts on them, because again, lower tier cruisers I don't really play. I play mostly tier 8 and above. I mean, I've played lower tier cruisers. Obviously, I had to grind for the Hindi and the Henry and the Worcester, but it's been a while. But I'll be getting those reviews out to you guys whenever I get them, be it from just dumb luck with the event or from whenever the line does come out completely for everybody. But yeah, I like this event so far. I haven't heard of any drama about it. Seems to be your pretty standard preview event. Now, there are, of course, issues with preview events. It's, completely random that someone could get a tier 8 cruiser. And, I mean, if you get a tier 8 cruiser, you are pretty much literally skipping most of the line and going straight to the top, almost. Which, again, it's a good thing and a bad thing. If you're an experienced player, probably, you know what you're doing. But some inexperienced people could get these ships and then potato at higher tiers, and that's not that great for the game's health. But it is, of course, random, and I wouldn't think it would be giving away the tier 8 ship in the first couple of bundles. I mean, I know it's supposed to be all RNG, but I'm pretty sure they have it geared to where it gives away the higher tier ships a little bit later. But, well, I say that, then again, I did get the tier 7 in the first of the free containers, so there goes that. But looking back at these events, the only time I've gotten a tier 8 like right off the bat was when the French battleship preview came out. I got the Richelieu like in my second or third container, and I didn't even pay for it. But I got it, and talk about being shook. That was pretty interesting back then, and sure enough, I hadn't played any other French battleships, and I wasn't that great in it for a very long time. Well, it is the Richelieu, so it isn't that great in the first place anyway. Alright guys, so that's my thoughts on the British Heavy Cruiser event. They changed it up a bit from the previous events. I think it's a little bit better this way. Like I said, you get those premium camos for the ships, and you actually get to see what you're going to get it in the next random thing, rather than just buying some containers and hoping you get something of value. So I do think they have improved them in that way. So let me know what you think about these preview events. Do you think they're good? Do you think they're bad? Do you think they're a bit silly? Personally, overall, I think they're pretty good, because it's a good way for wargaming to make money without ticking people off, because again, all these ships will be available for free and for grinding within 5 more weeks, and I think that works out perfectly for everybody. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. We are on our way to 8,000 subs. We are getting there at a pretty good and steady pace, and I thank you guys for that. Also, be sure to join us on stream tonight. I'll be streaming right here on this channel if all goes well with YouTube streaming service from 5 p.m. U.S. Central until 8 p.m. U.S. Central. If something goes wrong here, we will hop onto Twitch and hopefully be able to continue the stream from there. But last week we had a pretty good stream on YouTube. I hope that carries over as well. So again, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you are having a great day. Hope to catch you guys in the next one.